guys, it's been a while. Not that I haven't been reading. I've been reading quite a bit actually. I started reading, oh, it's so embarrassing. I started reading paranormal romance. Yep, I'm just gonna say it. It's a little filthy, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're not into that. But yeah, and I just don't feel like reviewing them. It's embarrassing, quite frankly. I've also been really active on Goodreads a lot lately, so if you want to see what I've been reading, what I'm currently reading, you can totally do that down below in the doobly-doo. Today I'm going to talk about 2 paranormal young adult romance fictions, and here we go. The first one I've talked about several times. It's in the Fallen series. It's the 3rd out of the 4th book in the series, and it's Passion by Lauren Kate. I loved Fallen. I thought it was great, even though sometimes Luce just drove me insane. Now, the 2nd book in the series, Torment, I hated. You can see my review of it on this channel. It was boring. I hated Daniel and Luce together. They both annoyed me, and it was just, I just didn't like it. So I was kind of weary about this book, but I'm definitely gonna have to give it probably 3 to 4 out of 5 stars, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Much better than Torment. It goes up there with Fallen. I loved that Luce was going through the announcers, and she was going through history and all these different time periods, and it was really cool that Lauren Kate, you know, obviously you could tell she had to do a lot of research just to write this book and make sure things were historically accurate with the time periods that Luce was time traveling through. I loved meeting all the other Luces more than I did the other Daniels. Yeah, I felt like Daniel was always kind of the same person, but Luce was always different. You know, she's different age, different country, different status, different class status, and I just thought it was really, really cool. And then it would even be different race sometimes. All the time periods where she had encountered Daniel were awesome, and I loved this book for that. I thought it was super interesting, and it did make me excited to read the last book in the series, which I believe is Rapture, and it won't be out till next year, but I'm glad she wrote this one. I felt like Fallen was a great start to the series, and then Fallen was a great start to the series, and then Torment was just like, it was torment to get through. It was boring, and I just didn't like it, and so this was great, and I was glad that this kind of made me excited about the series again. So that would be Passion by Lauren Kate. If you're into the series, definitely pick it up. The other book, I finished this a while ago actually. I don't know why I never reviewed it. Paranomalcy by Kirsten White. I got it because I really liked the cover. I don't know, I'm such a cover person. I didn't think this was a series, and when I finished it, I was kind of disappointed to find out that it was a series, because I thought it didn't have to be. I thought that this book was great on its own. And by great, here's the problem again. I read a bunch of bad novels before this, and I was so disappointed, and I finally got this one, and I started reading it, and I got really into it, and I was happy. I was like, yes, finally I'm reading a novel that's not terrible to get through. You've got vampires, werewolves, fairies, shapeshifters, but they are all kind of like classified under the, I forget what it's called, it's the Paranormal Containment Agency. And Evie is our main character, and she lives there because she can see through paranormal's glamours. So she kind of helps them, you know, tag everyone and make sure everything's, you know, all the dangerous ones are, you know, down, and all the other paranormal creatures are living happily in secret. And so she kind of helps maintain that. And then it finds out that she's actually a paranormal herself in seeing through glamour. She's the only person who can do it. And so she's sort of grappling with the fact that she's not as human as she thought she was. And then of course she meets this boy, and I really liked the boy in this. I thought they were cute and together, and I loved their relationship, and I loved how it developed, and I loved the world that she was in. And towards the end of the book, after they escaped the PCA, it got weird, and I would have been okay with that. Like, I didn't think it was bad weird, but it went off in a whole different direction than I had sort of been leading up to in this book, and so I was a little disappointed. And it ended on a note that I think could have ended this book. You know, I don't think it needs to have sequels. I'm still gonna read the sequel because I did enjoy this book. I'd give the first 3/4 of it 5 out of 5, and then probably the last fourth like a 3 out of 5. I don't know, stuff got weird, and it got more complicated than it needed to be, I guess. But I mean, if you're gonna make a series, you kind of have to go out there and stuff. But I don't know, I was kind of disappointed about this ending, and I was a little shocked that it was going to have sequels, because I just think it could have ended really well. I mean, she created a world that didn't really have to go further. I would recommend this if you like paranormal YA romances. I would definitely recommend this book. I'm also going to VidCon, so if you are going to VidCon, let me know. We can talk there. I'm not a big YouTuber, so it'll be like I'll be one of the fangirl YouTubers that's like, ah! Charlie is so cool like Vlogbrothers! And like, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, more book reviews soon. Thanks to all the new subscribers. We're getting a ton every day and it makes me so happy, blown away. So, goodbye.